opening bell is the opening bell for the Nigerian market after Monday's public holiday, and a few other African markets were closed for the first day of the week, the 10th of October. The Nigerian market was closed. The market in Egypt was closed. Morocco was closed yesterday, as well as Tunisia. The market in Tanzania was also closed for today. So we've got our opening yesterday at the BRVM, the composite down by 201.77, while the South African JSE down 1.4%, 64,769. A few other exchanges on the continent were open on Monday. Yesterday, the Nairobi Bourse was also closed for a public holiday. Today, this morning, President William Ruto, the new president of Kenya, was on the floor of the Nairobi Securities Exchange to do a trade and to flag off the new NSE marketplace, the new platform that the Nairobi Securities Exchange has put in place. Congratulations to everyone. This is the first market stepping onto market stage by President William Ruto since he became Kenya's new president just a few weeks ago. What's the message to the market from President William Ruto? We'll get that for you. So let's talk about other big headlines across the East African community as we get into the official first business and markets day in the new week, taking us effectively to the first half of first half of the new month of October. Kenya and Rwanda riding on the back of the new AFCFTA to penetrate the West African markets. Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire are part of the markets that these two big economies in East Africa, Kenya and Rwanda, are targeting to do trade and investment with. And KCB Group says he sees the English Point Marina over that controversial 5 billion shillings. It was to be resolved, but they came back, and the whole debt is becoming a very big issue. So KCB announced it's taking over that particular port facility once again. And Rwanda has become the first country on the African continent to get part of the IMF funding, $300 million to support climate financing for the country. Barbados was the first country in the world to tap that new fund that the IMF has set aside to support economies and sovereigns that are working towards effective climate adaptation. And congratulations to Rwanda. So let's see what Nigeria looks like this Tuesday, the start of the week. We're looking at the primary market auction tomorrow, Wednesday, the 12th of October, by the Central Bank of Nigeria. It's going to be the first in the week. The market, the intervention by the financial regulator, will see roughly 120 billion naira in matured treasuries in 3 dated or tenors that the regulator will be rolling over. Tomorrow market is expected to remain a little bit quiet ahead of tomorrow's auction, the PME window. The World Bank and the IMF annual meetings, which started yesterday, is on everyone's calendar this week. It's going to be a very busy week. The U.S. inflation, or the CPI, is also on everyone's radar, while Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan, the U.S. largest bank, says there's going to be a likelihood of an economic recession in the United States and around the world by the middle of next year. So keep that in mind. Since between 6 and 9 months from now, the U.S. and the world economy will head into recession on the back of rising interest rates, as well as runaway inflation. The IEA report, which will be the World Energy Outlook report, will now be released in a little bit later in the month. So that's got a bit of we've got on the radar for you. There's a whole lot you're going to find out in this World Bank IMF annual meetings, which started yesterday till Sunday. We're covering that for you here on Frontier Africa Reports. Go to our website. You'll find our live streaming as well as other videos on the annual meetings on our YouTube. Focus on climate change, food insecurity, energy, and everything else in between. And Ghana's Vice President Bawumia hosted the head of the Nigerian Exchange Limited, Simi Popola, the head of Nigeria's SEC, Lamido Yugoda, and others at the weekend as they visited Accra, Ghana, for further collaboration between the Ghana market and Nigeria. And Cameroon says it sanctioned 14 commercial banks for violation of these foreign currency market regulations. The Bank of Africa in Mali has gotten Bloomfield's B rating. That's an affirmation, by the way, and the outlook is said to be stable. Great job. That will be until June 2023, by the way. Let's check in with the Southern African market. The rollouts of the outage in South Africa is continuing, and that will be one big problem. On the other hand, is the strike action by Transnet workers, the key manager of Realize in South Africa. So strikes that will be hurting mining exports for companies such as Kumba Iron Ore, whose shares fell yesterday on the GSC. The shares of Harmony Gold also fell, as well as Goldfields on the back of these news. Exports, not just for miners, but will also infect those who are in vegetables, fibers, beverages, and others in Africa's most advanced and industrialized economy. That's what South Africa really is. Kumba Iron Ore says that Transnet deal will hit its exports. And Rio Zimbabwe says it's buying Namibian diamond mine to expand its footprints across Africa, while Zim Platinum said he's sunk $22 billion so far in over the past 20 years into its operations across the country. So let's check in with the North African markets, despite yesterday's public holiday with Egypt, Casablanca, and Tunisian markets closed. The woodmaker Mahawk Akashab is floating a factory in Morocco's Melosa. And Morocco says it's setting aside about $2 million to study the Tangier desalination plant, part of renewable energy, of course, because renewables, according to Egypt minister, will play a very key role in the country's electricity market. And the Central Bank of Egypt has launched a financial inclusion strategy 2022-2025. And finally, gas resources is estimating at about $30 trillion within the Libya-Turkey border area. The entire Libya-Turkey area contain that much in gas resources, $30 trillion. That's a chunk of money, if you ask me. Have a great Tuesday, everyone. And I'll see you next time. Go on our website to watch this show again and all our other shows on energy, on markets, and everything else we cover for you. We're also on social media, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram as well. See you next time. I am Bosin Namafaye. Have a great day.